Hi. So I realized I had this, oh, wow, okay. I realized I had this beer in my refrigerator, I think for most of November, and now it's December, because I got excited about my Tavor shipment. So I had bought it at the tail end of Oktoberfest. And so this is Paulaner Salvator, which is a double bock or a Doppelbock. And I realized I got excited while I was starting that because my friend Jay is, or with Louisiana Beer Reviews, I think got some beer shipped by Paulaner. It could be another company, and is going to be giving them all a try. So that's always exciting. Anyway, so I picked this for an Oktoberfest that I went to. I got a whole bunch of different beers, some of which I drank there, and some I ended up doing reviews on, and some that I held on to forever and going to review now. So now that they changed the BJCP categories, I'm kind of confused. It took me a moment to find this. So a Doppelbock is found in strong, and I'm assuming this is a typo, strong European beer, although it actually says on, oh, you can't even read, it's too bright. It says on the screen strong, S-T-R-O-N, but nonetheless. So we're looking for a nice malty German lagered beer, and this should be pretty great. So smell-wise, I knew when I was reading the description that this is exactly what I was going to be getting. That kind of like grape juice, Manschwitz. Is that who makes it? Grape juice from. That's what always sort of reminds me of from my time at the Jewish Community Center. Anyway, so nice fruity, toasty caramel malty yumminess in this aroma. Smells great. Okay, so appearance, from your perspective, it's a pretty dark brown, but mine, it has some amber to it, and I think it's actually pretty clear, although maybe I'm wrong about that. No, I think it's got a little haze to it, and I'm not going to be able to see now because I've already poured it out. I don't think that it has a lot of sediment in the bottle, but it's definitely hazy. This is 7.9% alcohol by volume, and brewed in accordance to the Bavarian purity law, water, malted barley, hop, and yeast. So, okay, flavor. Yeah. Yummy, yummy. I get so much malty. It's just rich and deep. Toasty. Wow. And that it doesn't have that grape juice taste necessarily, but as I'm taking the sip, I can smell it, and so that's kind of on my palate, and it's like this refreshing, bright, kind of a brightness like that sugar would add to fruit, adds this brightness to the flavor, but it has this depth of malt to it that's really very characteristic for a dark style of beer, even though this isn't dark. So it's not heavy in that respect. So the alcohol, and I'm surprised, I was reading that there should be some alcohol flavor and warmth. And I thought that the alcohol by volume on this was higher than I would be expecting, but apparently the range is from 7 to 10%. And so it's right in there. And so this is actually one of the commercial examples for a stellar Dopplebock, so I'm really excited about that. Very good. Definitely a full body, which, I think it's so intensely malted that it has this kind of thickness to it. And it's not super carbonated, but it's got some crisp carbonation on the back of the tongue. Super smooth. This beer is is cold, and this glass was actually in my freezer. So it's very cold, so I'm not getting like the alcohol warming sensation flavor so much, but I can tell in my belly that that there is a good substantial amount of alcohol in this. Very malty German lager, which is exactly what we're expecting. I like that it can have dark and pale variants, and so there's some variation in this style. So the darker versions are more richly developed, deeper malt flavors, while the pale versions have slightly more hops and some dryness. And I feel like this is a good balance of those two characteristics, kind of right in the middle of that. It's definitely malty and rich, but I don't think I don't think I would consider it dark necessarily. So the history, and I'm sure that I've covered this before, but since we're in a new BJCP release, we might as well read and see if they have any interesting things to say. So history for a Dopplebock style. A Bavarian specialty first brewed in Munich by the monks of St. Francis of Paula. Historical versions were less well attenuated than modern interpretations, with consequently higher sweetness and lower alcohol levels, and hence was considered liquid bread by the monks. The term Doppel or Doublebock was coined by Munich consumers. Many commercial Doppelbocks have names ending in ator, and I do remember that from previous versions of this, either as a tribute to the prototypical Salvator, or to take advantage of the beer's popularity. Traditionally, dark brown in color, paler examples are a more recent development. And so, quite to style, and as the name would suggest, Salvator is the name of this particular style. So right on point, Paulaner for that. Beautiful beer, very well done, and definitely exemplary of its style. And at this point, I have no idea where I got it. No, I did. I do. I got it at Bevmo, because I got it when I bought a bunch of interesting beers from Germany for Oktoberfest. So Bevmo has it available. Great beer. I definitely recommend that you try it. If it's something that you have had, please share with me down below your thoughts and where you found it, if you're not in my region, so we can all jump on this bandwagon and give it a try. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.